I am here for you to learn how to fast correctly so that you keep feeling better and better and better. I speak a lot about the clean fast, and I want you to know why. It's human nature to ask, what am I allowed to have while I'm fasting? And to try really hard to have that include as many interesting things as possible. I want you to start with the realization that I want you to get all the benefits of fasting. I want it to be easy for you, and I want you to enjoy your food later. The idea of the clean fast was coined by Gin Stephens, author of Delay, Don't Deny and Fast, Feast, Repeat. The second book, Fast, Feast, Repeat, is the most comprehensive, well-researched, amazing book on intermittent fasting. I highly recommend it. The term, the clean fast, means a purist fast, a simple fast. Don't try and figure out all the things that you can have while you're fasting. Keep it simple, get all the health benefits, and have the flavor party later in your eating window. My experience for myself and coaching thousands of people is that when you fast with plain unflavored water, plain unflavored black coffee, plain unflavored bitter green or black tea, plain unflavored minerals or electrolytes. Okay, you're getting the picture here. Plain, unflavored. No watermelon flavor, no squeeze of lemon. No, it sounds like an awful lot of no, right? Every time you think, I'm not allowed to have fill in the blanks while I'm fasting, the immediate answer that should be right there for you is, but I get to have that later in my eating window. No problem, I can have it later. It's not a problem. I get it later. Here's why. When the body takes in any food, flavors, or nutrients, many things happen. First off, with any nutrients, the fasting process, the healing repair that's happening when you're fasting stops or down-regulates dramatically, slows down. So when we take in nutrients, we're raising insulin, we're down-regulating autophagy, which is this deep cellular repair. Why would we want that to stop? We're down-regulating the human growth hormone production. We're basically, when we take in nutrients, stopping the healing process. When we take in food flavors, even if it's a little tiny food flavor of gum or a squeeze of lemon or a hint of this in the water or fat in our coffee, the body is then aligning for digestion. It's aligning to receive food. The signals in the brain and the hormones are like, yay, food is coming. And then when you don't actually feed it because you think you're fasting, the body gets grumpy and it makes fasting harder. Okay, so when we're fasting, it's a little counterintuitive. You think, what's a squeeze of lemon? It makes fasting easier. It actually makes fasting harder. So you may be out there thinking that you've heard differently or you've experienced differently, but I challenge you to give it a try and fast with plain water only. And you don't have to have coffee or tea, but if you like coffee or if you like tea, it has to be plain, black, unflavored coffee. And tea is a bit of a mystery. If you go to the tea aisle of the grocery store, there's every kind of soaked, stick, leaf, flower, herb. Okay, when I say tea, I'm actually talking about tea leaves, plain, black, or green tea leaves. Okay, so save the mint, save the chamomile, save the jasmine, save the detox tea that actually gets digestion going. We want to put the body into a total rest, total repair state. I want fasting to be easier, and I want you to have all the benefits. And I'll underscore again, I'll say it over and over and over again. I want fasting to be easier for you. So just remember, you get to eat later. You get to have the delicious flavors later. So eating flavored drinks, nutrients of any kind, whether it's fat, protein, you name it, save it for later for the eating window. You will be so much happier and more successful when you do. I'm going to review again. What is the clean fast? plain unflavored water of any sparkliness or temperature. Plain unflavored black coffee, plain unflavored bitter, green, or black tea, plain unflavored electrolytes, which could be a pinch of high quality salt under your tongue so the sodium goes straight into your bloodstream, or some trace mineral drops, or pop a magnesium capsule, or get in a Epsom salts bath and get that magnesium right through your skin into your bloodstream. So that's what plain unflavored minerals or electrolytes means. No flavors. And the last aspect of the clean fast that's important that people ask me all the time is, what about my medication? So the first thing about your medication is for you to take a look and see if you could include them in your eating window. If it doesn't fit with the scheduling and the timing of the medication, you can check with your pharmacist or your doctor. And you do need to have it with food during your fasting hours. Here's what you do. It's not a problem. Take your medication as prescribed, but you don't need to have a whole meal. You can have a bite of fat. So of all the macronutrients, fat, protein, and carbohydrates, fat has the slightest rise in insulin, which isn't ideal because that's food. But if you have to take your medications with food, have a bite of fat. Well, what would that be? A spoonful of heavy cream, even a spoonful of coconut oil, or a bite of full fat yogurt. Okay. So or a small bite of cheese. What you want to do is you want to buffer that medication with the fat and just a bite and carry on. And some people freak out and they're like, but isn't that breaking my fast? No. Take your medication. I mean, technically it's breaking your fast, but that is the best way to do it. Okay. And then when you're off that medication or that round of antibiotics, or you feel like you could maybe someday move that into your eating window, try to do that. Okay. The clean fast makes it easier, and it is the first cornerstone in how to be successful and happy as a person who eats in an eating window. Other questions you might have include, is it hard? Am I going to be suffering and struggling? How do I start? How do I tighten things up if I've started intermittent fasting, but I want to know how to do it better? So I am excited to continue these videos where you can discover with me how to be a successful, happy intermittent faster and keep feeling better and better and better. That's what I'm here for. I really want you to be successful. I would love to be your coach. My website is fastforwardwellness.com. I'll see you there.